What is going on, guys and girls? My name is James and welcome back today to Roblox. How are you doing, everyone? Welcome back, welcome back. Today we are playing a game called Amongst Us, and this is the perfect game in Roblox for me to discuss something that I'm kind of interested to hear you guys' opinion about. So yeah, welcome back everybody. Hopefully you guys and girls are doing amazing. Yeah, this was something that I was thinking about like a week or so ago. So yeah, hear me out in this video. I've got a few like cool bits and pieces to talk about. I'd love to kind of, give me a chance to sort of listen to it all. But I've kind of noticed over like the past couple of months or so, the Roblox community has been a lot more active in calling out sort of copy style games. Now, from someone who's sort of played Roblox for quite a few years now and has created videos on it, I actually find this really, really interesting. And hopefully over the course of this episode here, I'm going to explain to you why. So yeah, as you can see, this game here is Amongst Us, and this is pretty much the closest thing that you can actually get to Among Us, which you can play for free on the Roblox platform. So they've pretty much nailed everything in terms of sort of the top-down style. You have your custom-built spacemen, and the map here is exactly the same as what you would expect here in Among Us. Even the splash screens are the same, and currently there are like 16,000 people playing this with an 80% upvote rating. Now that is a pretty solid rating for any type of Roblox game. Now, I think this is kind of interesting, and the reason why I wanted to talk about this, by the way, we'll just play some stuff here in the background, is as I mentioned, like based off social media and stuff like that, you do read people's comments and opinions about games, especially on those game pages, and it's always really interesting. Emergency meeting already? I think it's a chat in here. No one did anything. Wait, what are they saying? People think it's red, but we literally just started, so I'm going to skip that vote. But yeah, anyway, so I think I first kind of noticed this sort of people getting more sort of protective over their favorite games, to be honest, when Piggy started to actually become popular. Now here's the thing, like I'm not calling anybody out in this video, something like Piggy is a really good game. I really like Minitoon, he's a really nice dude, he's an excellent developer, and the way that he's sort of developed the story of Piggy has really captured people's imaginations on Roblox. And I think that's what it's all about. When you have a new chapter, people get really into the storyline, and I think Piggy is a fantastic Roblox game. But it's kind of funny for me because I started playing Piggy on the channel. We actually did one random video before any of the hype started to come out. So, we started playing, I think, a couple of weeks before everybody started doing it. And if you think back to the original Piggy level 1, it is literally a copy of Granny, the exact same Granny's house, which is a separate game. But instead of having a Granny chasing you, you've got a pig. So I think in the grand scheme of things, Minitoon kind of realized, I'm just guessing by the way, I haven't spoken to him about this, but you still see a few people kind of saying, it's a Peppa Pig style thing or whatever. But this is when I kind of first started to see people calling out games for copying other games. So the problem with Roblox, I guess, is that anyone and everybody can do this. The studio is free to use, so if you're a talented developer, you can pretty much build everything. But of course, previously, Roblox has had some trouble with copyright games. We'll talk about those a little bit later on in the video because to me, this is the most interesting thing about the way that the Roblox community kind of evolves over the years. Now, more recently, I'm sure if you're sort of active on social media and, you follow a bunch of Roblox YouTubers and stuff like that, you've probably seen like a couple of months ago, of course, Fall Guys was very, very popular. Now, how do I actually engage with these tasks? Oh, use. Okay, I've got to click a button. So yeah, Fall Guys was very, very popular, and there was a bunch of, how do these work? Do I just click it? Ah, there we go, boom. So yeah, Fall Guys was very popular, and there was a bunch of kind of Fall Guys clones popped up, and this I think was the first time that I've ever seen like a Roblox audience really, really angry at a game for producing a direct copy. So there was a lot of hate about certain games, a few games got played and stuff, but then more so, I started to see this when people started to do Among Us games. So this is kind of interesting. People seem really, really protective of Among Us as a game, and I think maybe one of the reasons is one, it's actually not super expensive to buy in the first place, and you can also play it for free on mobile. But as soon as games like this pop up in Roblox, they can be super duper controversial. I suppose it's kind of deceptive because on the, you know, the sort of the surface of things anyway, you can jump and play on this game and you'll see 80% thumbs up and you'll see like tens of thousands of people playing it and you'll think, oh, okay, it's Among Us for free, that's cool. But if you go to the Twitter page of the developer, literally every single comment on his like one single tweet is people just accusing him of completely copying Among Us. Now, it's really, really interesting for me because I remember back to a little old game that everybody used to love playing and love watching, and that, of course, was Pokemon Brick Bronze. Now, people were gutted that Pokemon Brick Bronze got taken down from the Roblox platform, and the reason why it did is because of a copyright complaint by Pokemon, the actual Pokemon. Now, my kind of question is, it doesn't matter if Pokemon Brick Bronze was a good game or not, because it was. It was a fantastic game. But why do people have such fond memories and really defend Pokemon Brick Bronze, but get really upset when someone makes an Among Us game? That's kind of what I'm thinking here. Like, I'd love to know your opinion. Like, do you guys miss Pokemon Brick Bronze? Did you ever consider it like a copyright disgrace? Did you ever get upset that it was copying real Pokemon? Or did you enjoy the game because it was free on the Roblox platform, and Pokemon games tend to be quite expensive to buy? That's kind of what I'm thinking. Everybody really regards those Pokemon games as something that was really fond to them, and games that they really enjoyed playing. I love playing it. It was a fantastic game. But what's changed in the year and a half between people loving Pokemon Brick Bronze, but then hating on the Fall Guys and the Among Us style clones? What's the difference? And I think that's the bit that I find quite interesting about it, because as I kind of mentioned with the Roblox platform, this is always going to happen. And any single time that you have like a popular game, there's going to be a bunch of developers rushing to try and actually get a copy version out there. Now, of course, there's a reason for this. It's because you can earn money making games off Roblox, and people are trying to you know, get people's money basically from these games. But you've got to remember, with something like Pokemon Brick Bronze, Pokemon Brick Bronze made a fortune in microtransactions through Robux. It made an awful lot of money based off somebody else's copyright content. But it's kind of weird because people really enjoyed playing the game. It didn't really seem at the time that anyone was that bothered. And to be honest, I don't think I ever saw a comment on Pokemon Brick Bronze accusing it of being a copy. That's kind of interesting to me, right? Don't you think? But also another one which kind of popped in my mind was the Minecraft Pixelmon mod. People were gutted when the Pixelmon mod got taken down, myself included. I used to love playing Pixelmon on the Minecraft servers with Dan and Justin. It was a real shame that it got taken down. I do believe now it's been relaunched in a different one, but the same thing kind of applies. At the end of the day, it was a mod which was a copyrighted content. So yeah, I just wanted to throw this one out to you guys. I would love to hear your opinions. Like, I myself, I'm not really taking any sides on this. I kind of want you guys to just share with me your thoughts on it. But what side of things do you kind of feel with now? Do you think, looking back, Brick Bronze was a worse game because it used copyright content? Do you not enjoy these copyright games on YouTube? On Roblox? Would you like to see more original games? Are you happy that Roblox platform has these types of games that sometimes you have to pay for so you can have a free version on Roblox? You know, I've been murdered. Fantastic. Let me know what you kind of think about that. I find it really, really interesting, and I definitely feel that over the past 4 or 5 months, especially with Fall Guys and Among Us, people are much, much quicker to start calling out these copyright games. And I think personally the reason why is because these games are kind of built to sort of cash in on people's money. It's a quick game, it's a quick fix, it's not that good, but people will start to spend money. And I think that's the reason why people get upset about it. But as I said, you can't change the fact that a game like Brick Bronze, that was also kind of in the same boat, did make an awful lot of money from selling stuff to Roblox players. So yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. Please let me know your opinion. That'd be really cool. So yeah, as I've been rambling around there, I haven't actually been paying too much attention to what's been going on the screen. But essentially, from what I can tell so far, it is pretty much exactly like Among Us. It's kind of like a 3D version, obviously, but it's still top down. And I think every single thing that you can see on the screen is exactly the same as the main game. So I think in terms of copying, this game is as close as you could possibly get, to be honest with you. I think there was another game called Imposter that came out a couple of weeks ago. We did play it on the channel, and this was a little bit different, I suppose, sort of relatively speaking. It was a 3D version. White is sus. Okay, let's vote for white. But yeah, I think this one is way sort of more close. Now, the other thing as well, which I thought was kind of interesting, is do you think these games would be anywhere near as popular if YouTubers and content creators didn't play them? This is what I find really interesting, and this is another thing that I wanted to talk about, because I never ever got like shouted at for playing Pokemon Brick Bronze. In fact, Brick Bronze was one of the series on my channel that people really like to watch. Whereas, like, I remember uploading the Imposter gameplay, so that was like the Among Us clone, and I had a few people saying, don't play these games, it's promoting these games, you shouldn't promote these games. But at the same time, I played a lot of Brick Bronze, so what's the difference? I don't know myself. I just thought it was interesting. So, yeah. This is kind of what I wanted to talk about, a little bit different from our usual silly videos. This is kind of like a discussion video, and I think because everyone in here is part of the Roblox community, it would just be really cool to know your opinion. To be honest, I feel like I kind of miss doing videos like this. We used to do a few of them back in the day where we would discuss something, and yeah, I kind of just wanted to see what your general feedback was from people who, as well as watch Roblox on YouTube, who also play Roblox on the platform. Because as much as like YouTubers make the videos on the games, you guys are also so important to it, because if there's no one to watch them and no one to play them, then none of us would be able to make these Roblox videos in the first place. Okay, buddy outside office, and we're gonna go with green. Green is sus. I'm just gonna vote for green. I don't know. Yeah, you see what I mean? Like, chatting in this tiny little thing is no good. Like, it's not as fun as the main game. You know, it's just not as interactive. It's not as funny. Oh no! I ejected the wrong person. Okay, I got done. Outrageous. Well, yeah, so you kind of just seen roughly about the game. You can see what it looks like right now. This is the reason why I wanted to make this video, because this, so far, is like the closest one I've seen to a direct copy. And to be honest, it looks quite good. Like, I'm not going to lie about it. It does look pretty good. I think in terms of how long the games have been worked on, I think the developers of this game have worked a little bit longer, perhaps, just trying to get it as aesthetically accurate as possible. They've had, you know, a custom artwork made. This looks really good. This looks identical. So I think in terms of a copy, it's a pretty accurate one, to be honest. But yeah, obviously, there are issues with copyright. And yeah, I kind of wanted to hear you guys' opinion. So anyway, I think this is a really difficult game to play, to be honest with you. It's kind of not quite as fun in Roblox as opposed to the main game. So I think what we'll do is we'll call this video here. But yeah, please let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll meet you guys back in the next one. So until then, thanks again for watching. It's been such a pleasure. See ya.